These are all the One Piece characters who share the exact same devil fruit powers. And this is part 2 of the series. Today, we're looking at every One Piece character with identical abilities, most of which were scientifically developed, and are known as seraphims, which are controlled by 5 Gorosei. First on the list are Boa Hancock and Snake, who share the Love fruit powers. Boa Hancock wields the Love fruit, a powerful ability that can instantly turn anyone who lusts after her into stone. Her mastery over this devil fruit has made her one of the most feared and admired figures in the One Piece world. Years later, the world government managed to replicate this rare ability through the Seraphim Project, creating S-Snake, a cloned pacifista modeled after a young Hancock. Unlike ordinary pacifistas, SE Snake is enhanced with Lunarian traits, giving her exceptional durability, flight, and superhuman speed, making her a lethal fighter even without her devil fruit. She has also been seen using petrification through Marrow Mellow, identical to Boa Hancock's own technique, proving the replication is nearly perfect. What makes S-Snake even more surprising is her emotional response to Luffy. Despite being engineered as an emotionless weapon, she displayed human-like behavior, blushing and showing clear signs of attraction, just like Hancock herself. Her use of the petrification ability is just as effective as the original, allowing her to immobilize enemies with ease while combining it with her advanced combat skills. Next, we have Senor Pink and S-Shark, who shares Swim Devil Fruit power. Senor Pink was an officer of the Don Quixote Pirates, and possessed the Swim fruit, a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows him to swim freely through solid ground and walls as if they were water. His mastery over this ability made him a tricky and dangerous opponent, capable of launching surprise attacks from below and evading strikes with ease. Years later, the world government replicated this rare power through the Seraphim Project, creating S-Shark, a cloned pacifista modeled after Jinbe. As a clone, S-Shark inherits the Fishman gene, granting him immense strength and the natural combat advantages of his species. Enhanced with Lunarian traits, he possesses exceptional durability, the signature flames on his back, and the ability to fly, making him dangerous even without a devil fruit. Next, we have Kuma and Espair, who shares Paw fruit power. Bartholomew Kuma is the original wielder of the Paw fruit, a powerful devil fruit that allows him to repel anything he touches with the palms of his hands, from physical attacks to pain, fatigue, and even people themselves. But thanks to Vegapunk's groundbreaking science, his Seraphim clone, known as Espair, was also given the exact same ability. This means both Kuma and Espair possess identical Paw fruit powers, making them capable of incredible feats like deflecting deadly attacks or sending enemies flying across vast distances. However, while Kuma uses his fruit with his own experience and will, Espair combines the same power with Lunarian resilience and advanced pacifista technology, making him a terrifying force in battle. Next is Daz Boness and S-Hawk, who shares Dice fruit power. Daz Boness, better known as Mr. One from Baroque Works, is the original user of the Dice fruit, a paramecia-type devil fruit that lets him transform any part of his body into steel blades. This ability turned his entire body into a living weapon, capable of cutting through stone, steel, and nearly anything in his path. During the Alabasta arc, he proved just how lethal this power could be when he pushed Zoro to his absolute limits in battle. However, with the rise of the Seraphim, Vegapunk managed to replicate this same devil fruit power and grant it to S-Hawk, the Seraphim modeled after Dracul Mihawk. Unlike Daz Boness, S-Hawk doesn't just rely on the Dice fruit. He combines it with Mihawk extraordinary swordsmanship, Lunarian resilience, and the advanced pacifista technology built into his body. The result is a fighter who doesn't just match Daz Boness's abilities, but completely surpasses them, creating a weapon of war that wields the power of living blades with terrifying precision. Next, we have you favorite character Luffy and Joy Boy, who had same devil fruit power, which is human fruit. Model, Nika. For years, everyone believed that Monkey D. Luffy had eaten the gum fruit, a simple paramecia that turned his body into rubber. But the truth revealed later shocked the entire world. His fruit was never the gum fruit at all. It was actually a mythical zone, the human fruit. Model, Nika. This fruit carries the powers of the sun god Nika, a legendary figure once worshipped as the warrior of liberation. Nika was said to bring joy, laughter, and freedom to people who were suffering, and the fruit's abilities reflect that same spirit. When awakened, it grants the user limitless creativity in battle. Luffy's body becomes a living cartoon, defying logic and physics, where imagination itself becomes the strongest weapon. This is what we know today as Gear 5th. But this power is not just about strength. It's tied deeply to history and destiny. Long ago, there existed a figure named Joy Boy, who carried the same will of freedom and left behind an unfulfilled promise during the Void Century. Many believe that the human fruit is the very fruit that connects Joy Boy to the future, choosing its user to inherit his will. In Wano, when Luffy's fruit finally awakened, the drums of liberation echoed across the land, and Zunisha declared that Joy Boy had returned. This moment wasn't just Luffy unlocking a new ability, it was the world witnessing the rebirth of a legend. Luffy had become the new Joy Boy, destined to carry the torch of freedom and bring laughter and hope to the seas, just as Nika once did. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more One Piece breakdowns.